What is up, guys? It is the last day of the year, December 31st, 2019, and I finished off the day, or the year, amazing, $1,896 today. Was not expecting that big of a profit today, but first trade, right out of the gates, $1,300. It was awesome. I live streamed all of my trading today, so you could have just sat and watched me trade as I was doing it. And you can see right here, $1,896. Drag this back. Let's see. Can you see all of it? That didn't help at all, did it? Trying to make it fit the screen. Got it zoomed in just a little bit so that it can be easier to see. Okay, so there's the first trade, and we'll go over. I'm going to go over the statistics on TraderView. Go over the trades I made today. Go over yesterday's trades a little bit because I didn't do a recap yesterday. I'm not going to do a recap every day in 2020. I'm going to do recaps on Fridays. So on TraderView, I'll just show you real quick. You can see, yeah, right here. I'm putting notes in on all of my trades so that I can just, at the end of the week, I'll go back and I'll just bring up every note and I'll just tell you, this is why I got into this is why I did this, blah, blah, blah. So I did that yesterday. Boom, boom, boom. I think yesterday I finished up, I want to say $875. Let's see, yesterday was $677. I don't know why I thought 800, but yeah, today $1,896. But yeah, we'll go over that now. Let's see. We'll just do the TraderView right now first, I guess, since I've already got it up. So detailed total profits for this account since I started with $5,000 on October 30th, $29,484. Average daily gain, 702. Average winning trade, 644. Average losing trade, 352. Not quite half of my winning trades, but pretty close. Winning percentage has gone up just a little bit, 54.6%. It was like 53%. Still, I'm winning more than I'm losing, and my winners are bigger than my losers. That's how you get this. So you don't have to be a perfect trader to make money. You just have to watch your losses and make sure your winners are bigger than your losses, and you will be profitable, especially today with all the free commissions out there. So let's go back to the trades. How do I just go to, I don't know. Let's do this and this. So let's go over yesterday's real quick. So the first trade I made yesterday was on SAVA. That's not how we do this, I guess. Go to details. There we go. So I bought in SAVA because it was moving up fast on strong volume, and it had been a previous top gainer for the past few days, a couple days like last week. So let's go pull up SAVA. Whoop, didn't want to do that. It's not on my watch list today. I took it off because I didn't want to trade it. I did have an alert set though. So you can see yesterday, and that's when I traded it. So let's pull this up. I also live streamed my trades yesterday, so let's see. So you can see I bought in with 1,000 shares at 654. Make that just a little deeper. There we go. 654, which is right here where this line is. 1,000 shares, selling 250 at 672 as it squeezed up, and then 250 at 681, 675, and 687 as it squeezed up. I was just kept market ordering out because it wasn't like budging here. Now it had a strong pullback and then surged back up, and after that I was done with it because I was like, wow, this thing is erratic. But I mean, it kind of formed a little downtrend here too. But either way, that was the trade I made on it yesterday. What all did I say? Past few days, I went in small because I wasn't sure just how much of a move it was going to give us. With SVRA on everyone's radar, I would like to have held the second half of my position for the little more, but we haven't been this high in price since June 2018. So I did look at the daily chart. Oh no, I had to go for the weekly chart. So I mean, boom, 6/25/18 sometime in this week. Yeah, I don't know if that's the beginning of the week, the end of the week, or whatnot, but as you can see right now, it's coming on down. Let's go back to the daily chart and see where it is. Well, on the weekly chart, it's coming up on the 200 moving average, so it might get a little bounce there, it might not. Not 100% sure. But in any case, that was it on that stock. Now let me pull these over so when I do today's, you'll be able to see the profits and everything in there. Okay, let's go back. Jesus Christ. Back to trades. This is not what I want. This is not. There we go. So, SVRA. Now, this is the one I mentioned because it was on everybody's radar. SRVA. Or is it SVRA? Gotta go back to yesterday. Boom. I honestly don't even know if I made money or lost money. I made $185. So I bought in on SVRA at 9:38 a.m. because it was the first 1 minute candle to make a new high, and I was looking for a change in direction. Luckily, it moved up enough for me to make a few $100. Well, it was actually $185, and get out as I seen the volume wasn't moving in and the sellers were taking back over. I almost bought back in when I noticed a 500,000 share order on the bid. That was insane. If you want to go back and watch my live stream video from December 30th, I think it's at like 31 minutes in or something, SVRA, if you watch the level 2 on the bid, there's a 510,000 share order on the bid, and it gets taken out in a second. And if you pause it at the right moment, you can see bids selling at like 50,000 shares, 13,000 shares, 10,000 shares. I mean, it's crazy how fast it gets taken out. So when I've seen that 500,000 share order, I'm like, ooh, he's going to hold this stock up, and other traders are going to be like, it's not going to go lower. I'm going to buy in here. We're going to push it up. And it started taking it out. I'm like, well, I'm going to wait a minute because they're taking him out fast. And then boom, he was taken out all the way out, and it just dropped. So I stayed away from it. So see, 500K order taken out in one candle. So I was done with that stock. It did get into a channel over the lunch hours and make a massive move later in the afternoon, but I wasn't trading at the time, so I missed out on that move. I did have an alert set, so I did get to watch it on my phone. So I set alerts on stocks all the time. For example, today I had an alert set that went off. I don't remember what it was. Let me check real quick. Alerts triggered today. So I had one set on SRVA, actually. Went off at 10:21. I was already done for the day, but it broke $5. And I do remember logging in and watching it. So was it right here? Yeah, right here, 5:21. Broke $5. So I was still at my desk, and I had my computer going. The program was still running, but I wasn't watching any charts. I wasn't watching the program. I was uploading my trades and creating a thumbnail for my YouTube video and all that good jazz. So I pulled it up real quick, and it's like hovering around. I was like, man, if it takes off, this would be a good opportunity. And I was waiting, and it came straight down. I was like, nope, never mind. So it's a good thing to have alerts set sometimes. It's actually helped me way more than it's hurt me. So that's it on that one. PYX. Now this one was interesting. I missed the first run up into the first halt yesterday, but I did manage to get in, and I was hoping it was going to get halted for a second time, but it didn't. So it runs up, or when I see it, it's on the halts breakout scanner, or the halts scanner on Sean Deckmar's stream. So he has, momentum scanners, breakout scanners, high of the day scanner, and a halt scanner. So it'll tell you if a stock is halted. This one was halted at like 895, I think. Yeah, 895. So I was watching it. I had a 2,000 order share topped out. I was going to market order in as soon as it come out. But I noticed on the level 2 that there weren't like bids and asks up here. It wasn't going to gap up. And it actually opened lower. I was like, ooh, that could be a bad sign. It dropped down, it went up, kind of consolidated. And I was like, well, this could be good. Then it did the same thing here, moved up, bounced around. I was like, man, this is looking a little scary. Then it consolidated for another minute. I'm like, you know what? If it breaks the high of this candle, I'm going to get in. That's exactly what it did. So as it was moving up, I market ordered in, got filled almost at the very top of that candle at 923, which is fine because it continued to move higher. How much did I make on PYX? 4,000 shares, or $245. Nothing crazy, nothing huge. So market order in 2,000 shares, 923. I sold 1,000 at 923 because I wanted to reduce my risk because 2,000 shares at 923 is over $18,000 invested. So I just got rid of half of it immediately, and then selling, into the push, the rest of it. I don't like the way it has that. So 250 at 944, 250 again at 944, 250 at 948, and 250 at 954, with the high being 973. So it popped up and like hovered around this level, and then it continued higher after I was all the way out. So that was my trade on PYX yesterday, and I think that was, and that was it for yesterday. So that was yesterday's total, $675. Today, Nero. So we can use the watch list today. So Nero was, had a little pre-market action, not anything crazy, which is kind of weird because, in VCN had this amazing pre-market volume and their news wasn't even that great. But Nero actually had news that has been creating some big spikes in the past 2 weeks. So they had insider buying. The past couple of weeks, stock or companies with insider buying have been creating these big run-ups. So that looks like a jumbled mess. We'll just read it from here. So, let's read what I have. I was watching Nero at the bell, the most for a break of $5. So I had it on my main chart. So I have 1, 4, 5, 6, 7 charts pulled up. 4 of them are on one monitor, all individual, and then my main chart, all 3 are the same, but in 3 different time frames. So 1 minute, 5 minute, and daily. So I had it on my main chart. It was gapping up this morning on news of insider buying, and it has an extremely low float of 890,000 shares. That's awesome. Perfect for day traders, because that means it will move very fast. So knowing all that, if it broke $5 from strong volume, it would get a spike. Once it broke, I market ordered in 3,000 shares, getting filled at 506, scaling my way out, and then I took a few scalps as the momentum continued. So I bought in 3,000 shares at 506, selling 1,000 at 526, 1,000 at 544, 500 at 534, 500 at 557. Then I got back in at 595. It dipped down a little bit and got in with 500 more shares at 586, selling 500 at 606, and then 500 at 605. Got back in with 1,200 shares at 586, getting out at 589. Back in with 1,200 shares at 592, getting out at 603 and 610. The high of the day was 615, so not bad at all. Very good trade, landing me $1,335. So that was my first trade today. That was awesome. NVCN. Now this is the one that had everybody's attention, finishing up 326 on it. Let me go pull that chart up. NVCN. Come on. How many times I gotta click on this thing? So it has this massive run up, pulls back really far, you know, and kind of bounces around, and it kind of got in this little like wedge. So I was watching to see what it was going to do coming out. So it kind of stayed in the wedge a little bit, and then broke down below it and U-shaped around. So I was watching it here, kind of U-shaping, but I was waiting to see if it broke this part of the wedge and then broke high of day. So on this candle, well, it says I didn't get into this candle. Let me see what time that was. 43.14. Okay. I was just making sure it wasn't like 1 second. So it did break, pulled back, and then as it was going up here, you know, I got in with 1,000 shares at $8 and selling. Ugh, can't stand it when it's all like that. So 600 at 824. 200 at 856, and then the last 200 at 835. So not a big winner, but I noticed the volume wasn't continuing, and I got out while it was still near the tops, and then it came on back down. So not bad there. I thought it was a pretty good trade. SLGL. Now this one I lost $20 on. Kind of, sad about it a little bit. Or shipping transfer. Let's see. Okay, yes. So this one I should not have lost money on. So I got in with 1,000 shares at 1303 or 1903, which is about right here where this line is. So get in with 1,000 shares. I sell 250 at 1910. Then I sell the rest at 1898, like just below, like right here. And then it pops all the way up to 1988. So, and even this candle, I would have been green if I'd have sold in this candle. But either way, I already had my eye on OCYN because it was kind of about to break $5, or at least that's what I was waiting on. So I was watching it earlier for a break of 5. It came up to it, failed, but it was U-shaping around, so I was watching it real heavily right here. I think I even called it out in the Discord chat that I'm in. I'm like, ONCY, about to break $5. Keep an eye out. So I just got out of SLGL so that I could go trade it. So $20 loss, nothing crazy. I did make $250 on ONCY on that $5 break. I was waiting on the $5 break and volume to come in. I did get in a late because I hesitated and didn't jump in as soon as it broke $5, but that's because the bids weren't moving up as quick as the ask was. So the ask kept moving up, but the bid was staying at like 501, 502, 503. The ask is like 515, 513, 512. So, and the buyers kept buying on the ask, but the bids weren't moving up. So I was waiting on the bids to move up because I was afraid it was going to drop below 5 and the stock was going to flush down. But the bid started moving up, so I did finally get in, getting filled at 513. Not a terrible fill, but still not great. I did take a few trades. Wow. I got out kind of early on my first trade, so I did take a few other trades on it because I didn't expect it to make a full dollar move. So my first trade, 2,000 shares at 513, which is pretty much at the top. Selling 1,000 at 519, and then selling 500 at 505, 250 at 526, and 250 at 522. Getting back in. Oh my goodness, let me just do it like this. So I got back in with 1,000 at 548, selling 500 at 561 and 567. got in with 4,000 shares, 594 and 584. So that's probably right around $5.89 average, 589 with 4,000. Selling 1,000 at 594, 596, 584, and 584 again. So now if I'd have held that last position, you know, I could have made pretty decent money. But I was actually no, I had some shares all the way up to $6, but for some reason I kept getting filled in the 580s. So still finished up 255 on that trade. And then FCell. Ugh, God, this one was just terrible. So I had this in an ascending triangle pattern, and I got in right in the corner where it is the make or break time. Basically, when it gets in the corner of the triangle, I will pull it up and just kind of let you see what I was seeing. So when these ascending triangles form, you get a top, and you get a uptrend, and when they come up here and form, they either pop or drop. So I got in at 233 on this candle, kind of high. I should have got in at like 230 or 229, but 4 or 5 cents is not a big deal. And then I just got out on this candle because it kind of acted like it was going to break, and then it came down a little bit, and I just market ordered out, got filled at the exact same fill, so no money lost, perfect. It ended up failing, but it did what a lot of stocks do. When they fail the ascending triangle, they come down, they consolidate, and then they break. And that's exactly what happened. Made a move all the way up to 275. So I wished I'd have been watching it here, but I was already done on the day. You know what I mean? I was already up $1,890 something. I was really like, do I want to make one more trade and try to make 2,000? But I didn't. I mean, I just didn't care that much. I was like, basically $1,900, I'm fine. So it did make this nice move up to 275. I wish I would have gotten some of that, but it's not a big deal. And that was all the trades for today. And I'm pretty sure, we went over all the statistics. The month, December. So if y'all follow and you've been watching, I was down pretty heavily in the beginning of December. I was down like $5,000 or $3,000, something like that. I was down pretty heavy on the second trading day of December, which is December 3rd, I think. My goal was to be up 2,000 on the month, just to finish up 2,000. Here is December, $20,124 in profit. Last month, November, $9,300. When I was creeping up on this, I was like, am I going to make more than I did in November or not? I don't know. And then I just skyrocketed past it. Pull up the calendar and look at all the days. So this, the 3rd. So I made 2,000 here. So I was down like 3,400, 3,500, something like that on here. And then I made a little, made very little. Then this basically canceled out this. And then I had good week here, good week here. I mean, wow. I just realized I only had 4 red days in December. Now, one was massive, but I also had a massive green day. And then I had, this day and this day and this day and this day and this really good day. I have quite a bit of days over $1,000, a few over $3,000. So December was amazing. I'm very proud of December. November wasn't too bad. I obviously had less money to trade with in November, so my profits were smaller. Also, maybe I've gotten to be a better trader, I don't know, over the past 2-3 months. I did start a large account, I think in September, or basically it was like the last days of September, and about 3 weeks into October, I was up, I think $13,000, and then lost $15,000 in like 2 days on the 3rd week of October. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to go to a small account, trade with a smaller account, and build that up. And that's what I did. October 30th, started with $5,000. I made $290 the first day, lost $319 the second day. and then 258, lost 286, made 420, made 610, took a day off, probably had something to do. 314, and that's why the profits are smaller. This day was pretty good, considering the amount of money I was trading with. So overall, very happy. 2020, I'm going to try to start live streaming every day on YouTube my trades from basically 9:15 till 10:20, somewhere in there, about an hour, because I'm done trading every day by 10:30. So yep, that's pretty much it for 2019. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hopefully sometime, maybe in 2020, I can fund an account, even if it's a small account, try to grow real money. So it's been an adventure so far, and that's why we've got, let me see, Will's Trading Adventure. That's what we call it. That's my my brand, I guess, because then it's an adventure, and I'm trading, and my name's Will, so perfect. But thanks for watching, everybody. Hope to see you guys in 2020. Peace out.